Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch The 100 season 7, episode 7. Already, can you believe that we are already at the episode 7? That's the final season of The 100. I'm making reaction videos for it. If you want to see these videos about this binge watching of the season 7 and also the season 6, I made videos for that. I'm gonna put the link, for the playlist where you can find them into the chronological order. About the last episode and the last episodes in general, I said it a lot during my intro and review of the last episode. The fact that I was enjoying the show, I was okay with some decisions that they made and that I was enjoying the stories that they were writing, but that I had a big issue with the rhythm of each episode in itself, the fact that except for the episode 2, they have a really big issue with the rhythm of their episodes because we have many stories to deal with, many themes to follow into their own journeys, and all of the different stories are not evolving at the same rhythm and are not also written at the same rhythm, which provoked, in my opinion, in all of the episodes, a real big issue with the rhythm, where we had some moments, some scenes with some characters which were about explanations and which were really slow and not a lot of things happened. They were interesting, but not a lot of things happened into them, where into other stories, like all of the ones in Bardo, a lot of things were happening and a lot of things were important. We were forced to be focused on these things because it's new things, we are discovering them, so we are trying to understand them, so we are trying to find clues about them. When what is happening on Sanctum, for example, we are used to Sanctum now, we are used to all of the issues with the primes and all of that, we are used to Shededa, so it's really provoking, in my opinion, an issue with the rhythm, and that's lame, for these stories which are happening on Sanctum, because we can feel like they are not interesting, we can feel like we don't care about it because we are so interested about the new things, the new stories that they are telling on Bardo, on Planet B and all of that, when in fact what is happening on Sanctum is interesting because yes, we have to deal with Shededa, yes, we have to deal with the primes and all of that, with the divisions, into Sanctum, and that's interesting, but because of the fact that they are exploring so many stories, so many planets into this season, we can have the impression that what is happening on Sanctum is not as interesting as all of the other things. So yes, I think that for the beginning of this season 7, even if, I don't agree with everything that is happening during this season so far, even if, some things are maybe not logical and all of that, and that my only wish for this season 7 is to be logical and understandable, that's how much I trust the writers and the producers to do a good final season. But I'm not gonna talk about it, I already talked a lot about it during the first episode. But yes, even if I don't agree with everything that is happening, even if some things are like, not really logical, for me the main issue about this beginning of the season 7 is the thing about the rhythm of each episode. And that's why, when I'm finishing one episode, I'm like, I liked what happened, I liked what they told us, I liked the characters, what they did, but I have an issue, sometimes during the episode I was focused, I was so involved into it, I was with them, and sometimes I was just like... And the other big issue that we can have with the beginning of this season 7, that I have at least with the beginning of this season 7, but I think that I'm not the only one because I read, stuff on Twitter, opinions of other fans and also of other reactors, and I think that we are all agreeing on the fact that we are missing the main characters of this show. I'm surprised by this choice, you know, to have a final season focused on minor characters and on new characters. I mean, for the final season of a show, I'm expecting, you know, to have evolutions and conclusions and, you know, stuff for the main characters of a show that I'm following since 6 seasons now, that, you know, I want to spend time with them, and that's really disturbing to have new characters to care about. Even if I love Up already, I love this character, we have also a lot of minor characters like that which are appearing on screen, like, you know, the prisoners, the wife, you know, all of this story, like we add new characters like that. We have new characters also on Bardo, with all of them, Levitt and all of that. So even if that's interesting to meet new characters, I think that for the final season of your show, you're not supposed to spend so many times with new characters. Who are they focused on and for who they are making evolutions? For characters that, okay, we already know and love, but who are not the main characters of the show. Except for Octavia and maybe Murphy, but all of the other ones, I'm sorry, but they are not the main characters of the show. I mean, I love Indra, I love Gaia, but do we need to spend so many times with them? I think that we need also to talk about Iko. You know, I'm trying my best to have an open mind about her character, but I struggle to connect with this character because they are not really making anything to make me love her. She's almost always annoying in her reactions, in her lack of emotions, in all of that. I was annoyed by our relationship with Bellamy, of course, because of the fact that we didn't see it coming and we didn't see it happening, so it was made, you know, to be a shock, and it was a shock, but after that we didn't have a lot of things, you know, to connect and to like this relationship neither. And during this season we are spending a lot of time with her. I was expecting, you know, that during the time on the Planet B, the writers were gonna take that opportunity to make an evolution for her, to make us love her, and I was really waiting for that, you know, and I was really imagining it already, and I was like, okay, that's gonna be the moment when we're gonna see an evolution with Echo and we're gonna connect with her, I'm gonna connect with her, and we didn't have it. I'm still waiting for it. I have the impression that it's not even a character which is annoying me, it's the fact that we are spending so much time with her when, again, I'm sorry, she's not one of the main characters of the show, and now I have the impression to watch the Echo show. Like, they think that Bellamy died, they think that, I don't think so, I think that he didn't die, but they think that Bellamy died. Iko is the only one who is screaming and crying for him. Like, no. I'm sorry, but no. Like, his own sister, Octavia, she's not crying, she's not screaming, she's not having any reactions because of it? No. Really, no. And that's almost, you know, lossable. And really, you know, this impression that I have watching the show, the fact that we are spending too much time with Iko, I'm not against to spend time with her, but so many scenes with her, I'm not sure. But you know, that impression that I have is confirmed with how they are promoting the show. I don't know if you're on Twitter or stuff like that, but they are really promoting the show with Iko. Each time, that's so weird, that's so not the show that I love and watch since the beginning. I mean, the show that I love and watch since the beginning is about the 100, you know? It's about Clark, Bellamy, Octavia, Murphy. And even if I love all of the other characters, Indra, Gaia, Emory, all of them, I'm sorry, but the show is about the 100, is about Clark, Bellamy, Murphy, and Octavia, and Raven. Oh, I'm sorry for Raven. And Raven, they are the 5 ones that I want on screen, that I want to spend time with, that I want to see evolving, that I want to see what's gonna happen to them on this final season. And so far, except for Octavia, who had an entire episode about her, and except maybe for Murphy, who had some scenes made with him but not really for him, all of the other ones, I have the impression that they are just minor characters. It's almost like the main characters are now the minor characters who are used to serve the new main characters, to serve for Up, to serve for Indra, to serve for... That's confusing me. I know that some fans are like, okay, it's like that for now, but I'm sure that for the second part of the season we're gonna be really with the main characters, with Clark and with Bellamy and all of them. I wish that I would be so positive, but I'm more realistic and I'm more like, no, I'm really not sure of that, and if they are doing that, it would be a mistake. If you are doing that, you are doing your final season wrong. You're supposed to mix all of that, like you are supposed to mix well all of the different stories and all of the different rhythms of your show, and you are doing that wrong. You are supposed also to mix that for your characters, to have evolutions and stories for all of them all along the season, but not just like the minor characters during the first part and the main characters during the second part. I'm sorry, but no, it's not supposed to be like that. We'll see, we'll see. Like I said before, my really only wish for this season is to be logical and understandable. So far it was, even if some things were maybe extremes and some other things felt off also, like how Bellamy acted during that flashback that they saw. I had the impression that something was off just right there, so I'm really hoping that we didn't see everything about that moment. So maybe we didn't see something important just right there, maybe he was brainwashed by the ones on Bardo to be forced to do that, to, I don't know, to force Octavia to do something, or maybe in fact Bellamy was Bellamy and it was a part of his plan and all of that. I don't know, really, I don't know. I think that maybe we are missing something about that moment because of the fact that they are playing, you know, with the timelines and all of that, with the different places. I think that we're gonna discover things, you know, all along the season to explain what we thought that happened, and in fact it did not happen like that. Am I clear with that? I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking right now and let's go for this episode 7. You know me, you know that I'm not watching trailers for episodes, so I don't know what is gonna happen during this episode. I think that we're gonna continue, you know, to follow the Clark team, you know, going on different planets, the Echo team on Bardo, now that they are arrested by the ones on Bardo because of Gabrielle. Gabrielle, what did you do? And also the ones on Sanctum dealing with the Primes and Shadida and all of that. Oh, and I said it also, this manga is giving me month weather vibes, like maybe they can't live outside but we can, and also they are coming directly from Earth. Can it be possible that someone that we already know is on Bardo?
He hanged himself in the cabin.
What?
You might like to say goodbye. You sure hope we're not going to?
Bellamy is not dead. No. He didn't see his face. It's not Bellamy.
Why would I help you? Because you don't want to be executed. We'll share our knowledge, we'll share yours, and all we have to do is say yes.
Don't.
And tell us who's Clark has to do with any of this.
That's the main question of this season with where is Bellamy?
It's not a party. It's a reunification ceremony. Unifying children with Gabriel and their families. It's the key to real peace.
You're really taking that seriously, you know.
Something dangerous?
Are you sure?
You're doing all of that? She wants to be just a kid and to play with Jasper Kid. Come on, he really looks like Jasper.
Do you mind if I hang on to this?
Do you mind if I go play soccer?
Nope.
You'd be crazy not to. Your parents left you out to die for it.
If I can give these people peace, and yes, heal myself at the same time, how is that a bad thing?
Your husband is so bored. She's fine.
What can you do during this ceremony?
Teach you how to play chess.
No. He's gonna try to manipulate you or something like that.
I'll tell you what, if you win, I'll give you what you want most of all, the chance to be a hero. Yeah, you don't know me very well. I know you went to that town to save a child. And if I lose, all the losers think like that, John.
Oh, I really don't like
The
him.
answer is people will die.
Come on, Murphy.
Took you 3 years.
We're gonna have the famous flashback now.
Those are all my weaknesses. Loyalty is your weakness.
Loyalty is not a weakness.
It is when it causes you to do something you know you shouldn't.
Nearly killing Octavia. Betraying you, and no other.
Really, you are gonna justify all of that and selling us that relationship now? It's too late. It's 2 seasons too late.
Team now. Think you can be loyal to us?
Like that. As soon as we get back to the ground, all of this.
Why is this flashback now?
Listen, Till. I don't want to talk.
Again, it's too late. You should have done that 2 seasons ago
We're
now.
friends now.
It's not working. It can't work.
I wish Aldo was dead. No, it's not my fault.
Octavia is comforting Iko about Bellamy's death. They are making peace after seeing a flashback about Iko justifying what she did because of a loyalty thing and flirting with Bellamy, having their first kiss.
Why did you come here? To save you.
Mm.
I know your heart was in the right place, but you're my child. At least we get to die together. You're just mad because I turned out to be a killer like you.
Oi, oi, oi.
The children of Gabriel have a mission.
What are they doing? I mean, the writers?
Don't kid yourself, honey. We'll split this place 50-50. But I get the peasants. I have to split so much. What I want is to help your people. And I know you do too.
I want you to succeed, Emory. Really, you're the only thing that I care about during this episode and that doesn't feel off and so lame.
Call this freak drain, huh? God knows. But it's the same thing. I know what it's like to be thrown out like garbage. I can reunite you with your family, Nelson.
You can burn for all I care.
Oh.
Well, I now remember why.
Man, then there's the whole Lexa thing. Knowing that she was everybody's favorite and they hated you.
Lexa's fans are gonna be glad about this fight.
They killed me because they were afraid of my ideas. Just like they killed Lexa.
They didn't kill Lexa for that. You're trying to make him mad.
Leaders and there are followers.
To do what,
How do you
Murphy?
respond to the loss of your queen?
I do what I have to survive, yeah.
Then why are
Always.
you here? Avenging your queen, predict.
Enough with chess metaphors.
It was almost like Jason was talking to us. Fans are trying to avenge Clark.
You lose me.
That's predictable for you?
He said you were a Navy SEAL and a decorated hero who saved thousands of lives in the Battle of San Francisco. He said terrorist, right? What difference does it make? All the difference. From the first time you looked at me with those big brown eyes, you only saw mommy. A mass murderer. A terrorist. I knew if you ever looked at me like that, my heart would break into 1,000 eyes. Doing the right thing the wrong way isn't doing the right thing. I know that now. You never mentioned my father before. How much do you want to know? Everything. He was a psychopath.
We're gonna do
Had sex
it
with
now?
first women on my side in an uprising on the mining ship. Not my best decision. Everyone I ever loved was killed fighting in wars. Some that didn't need to be fought. And I'm not gonna let that happen to you.
It's
So what?
too late. She's already a fighter.
I trained for 15 years under 2 disciples. Wanna kill us? Then let them. Oh, don't be stupid. Put me on my ass and I'll lay you up. I'll even help you.
You're gonna fight?
Go ahead. Come on. Is that all you got?
I want this episode to end. Stop.
Just like that, you were fun. Out of nowhere.
She's a little girl again. You know her position and all.
We didn't even know you. Never mind. I know. Something's different. There's plenty of cells, but they put us together.
Yes, they need
Do you
you.
know why Asgard warriors scar their own faces?
What now?
We do it to symbolize the pain is overblown, sealed, so that we never forget. They want us to fight with them. That's why it's different. We're ready to fight with you. Please, this is crazy.
Do the rest of you agree with Echo?
All right, free us. And we'll fight your war.
That's what will free us all, Miss Blake. Training starts tomorrow. I'll make disciples out of you yet.
This episode really needs to end.
Check.
Why? You could have won with your queen. You just want to keep me here.
Kelly's always been too soft. Without him, your freak Draenor ceremony will almost certainly fail. You will be sound.
Just try!
Matched your DNA because I hoped you'd change your mind. Your parents are here.
That's great. Thank you, Emory, for that moment.
No.
What?
You are an abomination.
What? This episode needs to end. Now he just killed his father. What?
What the hell are you doing?
You think that you're doing what?
I'm with you. You did this. Now you get to die for it, Kelly Drive.
No?
Oh, slow down, cowboy.
Yes, please.
First you make demands. And then you get to kill people.
This episode needs to end.
Will the work? Someone's coming through.
Clark and her team, maybe?
Looks like McCall.
Clark.
Yes!
Octavia and Echo are here. But, I'm sorry. Bellamy's dead.
No, he's not. She's looking at Clark. He is a shepherd?
As a woman, no, not yet, sir. But
Clark is here.
we have the key.
I'm so sorry for you, Lindsay. You know the actress who is playing Raven directed that episode? I'm so sorry for you. Because the actors were great, the actresses were great, the direction of the episode was great, but they really gave you the worst episode. So far, I mean. So far, this is the worst episode. Worse, you know, than the first episode of this season 7. I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad that they gave you this episode. So now, you know, they're gonna try what? To justify that it was the worst episode because you directed it, Lindsay? No. The actors and actresses were great. The moments of emotion or actions during this episode were well played by the actors and actresses. Really, Lindsay, you did a good job with the worst episode that they wrote. I'm so mad. I don't know even how to begin this review. By what? All was lame and bad. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. Believe me, I began this episode, you saw it during my review, by telling that yes, they have an issue with the rhythm of each episode, and yes, I'm worried about the fact that we are not seeing the main characters of the show, but I said that I was okay with how they were written this season, even if sometimes I didn't agree with some decisions. I was okay with it because as long as it's logical and understandable, I'm all for it. So really, I began this episode with an open mind, with like, okay, we're gonna have maybe the same issue with the rhythm, and okay, we're not gonna have a lot of Clark and no Bellamy during this episode, but they're gonna continue, you know, into the same things that we saw during the last episodes. I'm shocked by how bad it was. Really, I don't even know by what I can begin. The worst of the worst? Maybe I can begin with that. The worst of the worst of the worst. That flashback coming from nowhere, not justified, you know, by anything than just the fact that they are trying to justify what they did 2 fucking seasons ago. They have to be so stupid to think that just a flashback coming from nowhere in the middle of your final season, 2 seasons late, can be enough or can work. How stupid can you be to make that flashback and to think that in just 2 scenes you're gonna justify something that you did wrong 2 seasons ago? That's so stupid, and that's also so lame for your character Iko. Like, you are so not helping her by doing that. Can you see that you are not helping this character? You should have done that sooner, or you should have not done it. Like, stop. Like, during this flashback, we had Bellamy giving her the absolution for what she did wrong, you know, during the seasons, you know, where they were on Earth and all of that. He justified what she did because of the fact that she did that for loyalty. That's a way, you know, for the writers to tell to the fans, you have to forgive her also for that, because you have to remind yourself that she did that because she was loyal. Like, we know that, the fans, we know that, but you are reminding it like, that's it, you have to forgive her. Bellamy forgave her. But again, 2 seasons late. And you are making them flirt and having that first kiss to finally sell us right the relationship that you created 2 seasons ago, and you created it to be a shock for your fans, and now 2 seasons late you are trying to sell us that relationship because you saw that we were not believing into it. That's so lame, that's so stupid to do that, and really, Iko didn't deserve that. And wait, she is coming back from this flashback coming from nowhere. Octavia is giving her the absolution and hugging her. Come on! Really, I have to loss about it, because if I'm not lossing about it, I would be desperate by how bad this was written. Okay, let's talk about the other things. Let's talk about the fact that Clark arrived with her team you announced to her that Bellamy was dead. She was shocked and she was beginning to be sad, but ting! You're stopping that scene and we are having nothing. Like when Iko learned it, she screamed, she cried and she lost it. But when Octavia, his sister, or Clark and Raven were with him since the beginning of the show, the three of them, they have nothing, not a moment on screen to be sad, to cry, to scream, to react, to have an emotion, because her brother or her best friend or a friend that she has since the beginning of the show died. No, you're not allowing these characters to have a moment when you are allowing that to Iko. How on earth they can think that these are good scenes? Okay, so that was, for the discussions between Octavia and Iko, and also for Clark appearing. Let's talk now about the narrative arc with Hop and Diyoza. Okay, they had to talk about the fact that now Hop is old and she knows who her mother was and is. And of course Diyoza was not gonna be about it, but all of these lines and these scenes together that they had together, like a fight between them. All of the lines that they said to each other all sounded really cliches for me, like almost like a fanfic. And I'm saying that loving some fanfics which are written about this show, but it sounded like a bad fanfic, like a cliche fanfic. That moment, between the two of them. And at the end, Iko is saying, okay, they want us to fight for them, so we're gonna say that to them. I'm not sure that she's gonna do it or not. The four of them are suddenly released and are saying that they're gonna fight for Bardo, become new Disciples, and they're all okay with that, without, having any looks for each other, like this is a part of a plan, like, something, between them, a connection, a look. No. And Gabrielle is so obsessed with the stone that during the time that he's doing the stuff with the stone, that they are offering him to work on the stone and all of that, he's just saying that he wants his friends to survive, but nothing else, No, he's so obsessed with the stone that he just cares about it. Really, the story on Sanctum was the only thing that I liked during this episode. Really, because of Emory, because I think that it was great for the character of Emory to have this side of her being put on screen, the fact that she was trying to make peace and it was a way for her to repair her past. All of this story was interesting for the show, but also for what is happening on Sanctum and also for the development of Emory character. I thought that it was well written, all of the different aspects, with Nelson and his parents, with all of that, but how it ended. And again, I'm sorry to repeat it, but where are the main characters of your show? We had Bellamy, but during a bad flashback coming from nowhere, just serving used for Iko, and we had Clark appearing and disappearing in just one scene in just, what? Less than 1 minute. Murphy was the only one, was the only main character to have a real story during this episode, but same for Octavia. She was there, but she was not really there. She was used to serve Iko. During this episode, we spent this episode with Emory, Iko, Diyoza and Hop, Russell and Murphy. I love most of them, but again, they are not the main characters of this show. Oh, that was really the worst episode of this season so far. And I'm so sorry for Lindsay that they put her to direct it. Like really, they gave you the worst. You did a good job, Lindsay, because you managed to have some emotions coming from your characters and some feelings and some things, you know. With what they gave to you, that's a miracle, really, that you managed to have that coming from your actors and actresses. And thank you, the actors and actresses. You tried to do something with that, with what they gave you. Am I the only one who is feeling like that at the end of this episode? So shocked and desperate about what they did during it, what they wrote for it? And I'm sorry, but all of what happened during this episode, except for what happened on Sanctum for once, all of the rest could have happened in just 2 minutes of a regular episode. Really, Emory, my star on the sky when it's all dark. Again, am I the only one who felt like that? Please tell me that on the comments. And really, if you were excited during this episode about some scenes, if you loved some scenes of this episode, if you were enjoying yourself during this episode, please tell me that on the comment, because I have nothing really to be excited about. You know, if it's not for the part on Sanctum, which was great, interesting, and almost well written, but it's not enough to make me excited, it's not enough to make me involved, you know, into the show, to involve my feelings with the characters, to be into it. It's not enough. I began like that, willing to be involved into this episode and willing to love it and being like, okay, it's gonna be like the last ones, you're gonna see some defaults, but you're gonna like what they are doing. And little by little, they cut that link and I finished the episode being like, it needs to end. It needs to end. I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, because maybe you loved this episode and you were annoyed by me not loving it at all. And maybe you're gonna dislike this video like Earl, because you're gonna be like, why are you making a reaction video for a show that you don't like? But you have to understand that I loved this show a lot during so many years, so many seasons. I still love the characters, I love them, the characters, so much, and I can cry for them in just 2 seconds. Like, you just have to watch my reaction videos of the last season to know it, that even if I have trouble to love the show, because I have trouble to follow them, you know, into the different stories that they are creating without responding to the questions which need to be asked, and they are not responding to them, and that's why I have trouble to connect with the stories. But with the characters, believe me, I'm with them, I love them, I care for them, I want to know what's gonna happen to them. And that's why I'm still, you know, holding on to the show, and that's why I still watch the show and I'm still making reaction videos for the show, because I know that I can be involved into some scenes, I can be with the characters, I can feel their pain, their love, all of their emotions, I can feel them with the characters. But during this episode they gave me nothing to be excited about, nothing to connect with the characters, but a lot of things to be disappointed, to be shocked, and to be, you know, like, what? Tell me if you are feeling the same. I really want to know. And again, if you were excited about some things during this episode, tell me that. Maybe I missed something, you know. If we had a moment during this episode where I was supposed to feel a big, great emotion, I totally missed it. Tell me that on the comments. Really, I'm interested by your opinion about this episode. And again, if you loved it, I'm sorry that I didn't, but I'm not gonna lie to you and I'm not gonna hide my emotions. They are good, but also when they are not good, when they are bad emotions, I'm not gonna hide them. At least that's not how I'm imagining and I want my reaction videos to be. I want to be honest with you during the good moments and the bad ones. I'm honest with you when I'm crying like hell for one character because one character is dead or something bad is happening to him or her. I'm honest with you when I'm crying like hell because of that, so I'm gonna be honest with you also when I'm not feeling one episode, you know, when I don't like one episode. I'm almost like lost, you know, I'm lost with myself. I'm almost, you know, questioning myself now, like, did you not see something, not feel something that you were supposed to see or to feel? I'm gonna see that during the editing of this episode, but really that's not gonna be an happy moment, you know, the editing of this episode, because I'm gonna see myself being so desperate about what is happening on screen. It's all for today for the 100, and I think that it's better that it's all, because I don't want anything else if it's into the same mood and into the same things that you wrote for this episode. And it's all for me for now. I really don't like to finish a video with that kind of mood, but it's like that, I'm not gonna change it. So it's all for me for now. Bye for now.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Crazy.